If you are thinking about taking the IELTS exam in the future, this video is for you. Aside from understanding and practicing with the format of the test, there's something else you need to do in order to do well on IELTS or any other proficiency exam you take. You need to feel comfortable with English. Also, you need to be living your English every day. In today's video, I'm gonna give you some tips on how you can get better prepared for IELTS by living your English with intention and using things you already do in order to feel more comfortable and relaxed with English. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell down below, because every week we put out lessons like this to help you understand your favorite movies and TV series, as well as improving your English with real media, without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So hit the subscribe button in order not to miss a single new lesson. Listening. A great way for you to improve your listening skills is by using movies and TV series. You can select a short clip from a movie or TV show and watch it without subtitles. But it's important that you listen twice. Why twice? Because the first time you listen, you are listening for the gist. The gist is the main idea of the clip. What is the clip about? And then you listen to it a second time, but this time you pay attention to specific information. What kind of specific information? You can pay attention to names, numbers, dates, that kind of thing. Let's put this into practice with a clip from Wednesday. Listen and answer these questions. Where is Wednesday? What is she doing there?
You said we had a very interesting educational journey. 8 schools in 5 years.
They haven't built one strong enough to hold me. I bet this place won't be any different.
I believe what our daughter's trying to state that she greatly appreciates the opportunity.
Nevermore doesn't usually accept students midterm. But given Wednesday's perfect grades and your family's long history with the school, I've spoken with the board and we've made an exception.
So, did you get the main gist or main idea of the clip? In this clip, Wednesday is trying to get accepted at a new school, Nevermore. Also, if you listen closely, you might have picked up some key words. For example, schools, students, and grades. Let's listen again and focus on some specific information.
You said we had a very interesting educational journey. 8 schools in 5 years.
They haven't built one strong enough to hold me. I bet this place won't be any different.
I believe what our daughter's trying to state that she greatly appreciates the opportunity.
Nevermore doesn't usually accept students midterm. But given Wednesday's perfect grades and your family's long history with the school, I've spoken with the board and we've made an exception.
So, some examples of specific information you could have gotten from this clip include the name of the school, Nevermore, also the fact that Nevermore doesn't accept students mid-term, that is in the middle of the school term, and also the number, the fact that Wednesday has been to 8 schools in 5 years. These are some examples of specific information you might have gotten. Speaking. So you can practice your speaking in a very similar way. The difference is that instead of writing the information you get, you actually record yourself giving that information. For example, let's watch a clip from The Office now, and as you watch it or listen to it, focus first on the main gist, the main idea. All right? And then we're gonna listen to it a second time for some specific information. But now instead of writing it, remember, we're gonna be recording our answers, recording ourselves actually sharing the gist and some specific information. Just to help you with some guidance, here are some questions you can consider as you listen to the clip. How many people are there? What are they doing?
Here's what's going to happen. I am going to have to fix you, manage you to on a more personal scale. Now, Jim is going to be the client. Dwight, you're going to have to sell to him without being aggressive, hostile, or difficult. Let's go.
All right, fine.
Hello?
Hello, this is Dwight Schrute from the 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗀𝗵 Paper Company.
Wow, that's great, because I need paper.
What is your name, sir?
I am Bill Buttlicker.
Really, that's your real name?
Oh, 1 second, that's my other line.
What? No, but I...
Hello? Yeah. No, I'm just on the phone with this stupid salesman. He's so dumb. Probably just gonna keep him on the line forever and not buy anything.
All right, so now it's time to record ourselves talking about the main gist of the clip. I have my phone here, so here is a demonstration. All right, so in this clip I just watched, I could hear that there is probably a manager and 2 other salesmen, and they are simulating a sales call. Now let's watch or listen to the clip a second time, but now let's focus on some specific words and information. Here it is.
Here's what's going to happen. I am going to have to fix you, manage you to on a more personal scale. Now, Jim is going to be the client. Dwight, you're going to have to sell to him without being aggressive, hostile, or difficult. Let's go.
All right, fine.
Hello?
Hello, this is Dwight Schrute from the 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗀𝗵 Paper Company.
Wow, that's great, because I need paper.
What is your name, sir?
I am Bill Buttlicker.
Really, that's your real name?
Oh, 1 second, that's my other line.
What? No, but I...
Hello? Yeah. No, I'm just on the phone with this stupid salesman. He's so dumb. Probably just gonna keep him on the line forever and not buy anything.
All right, now let's record ourselves again talking about some specific information we got. Here's an example. All right, so now I understood that they sell paper and they are simulating the call in order to try to be less hostile, less aggressive, and less difficult with the customers. Also, I think I heard one of the characters saying or calling the other one stupid and dumb. You see? So this is a really cool way for you to practice your speaking skills using movies and TV series. But here's a bonus tip. You can also practice your speaking skills with the Real Life English app. With the app, you can connect with another learner anywhere in the world at the touch of a button, and you can have a short conversation. The conversation ranges from 4 minutes up to 8 minutes. And to download the app is really simple. I'm going to leave the link to the app here in the description below, or you can go to Google Play Store, Apple App Store, search for Real Life English, and download the app from there. But let's say that you connect with another learner on the app. What kinds of interesting questions could you ask? Here are some examples. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? Would you rather watch a movie or read a book? Why? What is one thing you can't live without? Tell me about the last book you read. What do you like most about your job? These are just a few examples of questions you could ask. But remember, make sure your questions are open-ended and interesting so that it encourages the person to share more. And you can practice commenting on the person's answer. Remember, the Real Life English app is free to download. Give it a try and I'm sure you're gonna like it. Reading. So if you want to practice your reading skills, you can do that by selecting an interesting article that you find online. But here's the secret. On these tests like IELTS, Cambridge, TOEFL, you don't have time to read all the text. So the secret is, don't read everything. You're not going to have time. So how can you do it? By applying 3 simple strategies. Prediction. What is prediction? Basically, you read the headline and the subtitle of the text, and with that information, you can already predict what the text will be about. The second strategy is skim reading. When you skim read a text, you don't read everything. You just read some key information from the text. Let me offer you a suggestion of how to skim read. When you have a text, you can read the first and the last paragraphs entirely, and then the paragraphs in the middle, you don't read them all. You just read the first or second lines. You will realize that if you do this, not only will you be able to cover the entire text quicker, but also that will give you a pretty good idea of what the text is about. And finally, you can apply the third strategy, which is called scan reading. When you scan a text, you look for specific information. like names, numbers, dates, names of places. And when you find the information you were looking for, you stop reading. So if you combine these three strategies, prediction, skim reading, and scan reading, you will be able to do the reading test very well and within the time. So I have here an article about the new Spider-Man movie. Do you remember the first strategy? First, we read the headline and we try to predict what the article is about. Look, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse surpasses first film's entire box office total after just 12 days. So we can understand that this article is about how well this movie is performing at the theaters. Great. Now let's do the skim reading technique. Let's do it. As you can see here, we can first read the first paragraph entirely. Let me read that for you. After less than 2 weeks of release, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has surpassed the entire box office run of its predecessor, 2018's Oscar-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, very good. Now we go straight to the last paragraph right here, and we read it entirely as well. Given the instant blockbuster success of the sequel, it's no surprise that Miles Morales isn't going anywhere. Long before Across the Spider-Verse even opened in theaters, Sony announced a third installment, Beyond the Spider-Verse, for 2024. Alright, finally, we just read the first lines of each remaining paragraph. I'm not going to read them now for you, but look, I would probably read these 2 lines here now, and then these 2 extra lines, and then these 2 lines, you see? And these 2 lines, and on like that. You see? So if you do that, you will see how well you understand the text, even though you're not reading everything. Now, the third strategy that you can apply is scan reading, remember. And now in scan reading, you look for specific information. For example, let's scan this text together now and let's try to find numbers. Any numbers, okay? So starting with the headline, we have here the number 12, as you can see. And then we have 2018 right here, 226 million, 390 million, 190 million, or just 190, 384, 12. You see? What we are doing here is we are scan reading. Now let's look for names. Names in general. We have here Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's the name of a movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's another name. We have here North America. It's a place. What else do we have? We have Paramount. It's a studio. Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, another movie. You see, so this is called scan reading, when you look for specific information. If you combine these 3 strategies, you will see how well you do the reading on IELTS or any other proficiency exam, all right? Writing. Finally, for you to practice your writing, you can write a summary of maybe a video, a movie, a TV show, or documentary that you have consumed recently. For example, recently I had to watch a TED Talk when I was preparing to record an episode on the Real Life English podcast. And then I wrote a paragraph summarizing the TED Talk. Let me read it for you. I've recently watched a TED Talk about how to use your voice effectively when presenting to an audience. In this video, the speaker explains what aspects of the voice you should pay attention to. For example, one of the things he talks about is your stress and intonation. It's important to vary the intensity of your voice when speaking, so you don't sound monotone. Overall, this was a really interesting TED Talk. So you can do the same with any piece of content you consume. Write a piece of text summarizing it. And if you feel inspired, you can actually write a whole essay full of paragraphs talking about something you've seen, read, or listened to lately, all right? And there you have it. These are fun and simple things you can do in order to feel more comfortable with English before your IELTS exam. Remember that IELTS don't use clips from media, so you need to get used to the tone of the audio clips that are actually used on the test. These everyday activities I presented to you today can help you feel more comfortable and relaxed with English, so you can perform well on IELTS. But if you want another video all about the format, the actual format of the IELTS exam, let me know in the comment section below. Leave me the phrase, I want a video all about the format of the IELTS exam. If there are enough requests, I can make another video talking all about the format of the test and also give you some more tips, all right? But now it's time for the comment of the day, and I have here 2 comments from the latest Wednesday lesson we did here on the channel. The first comment is actually a question. I believe it's from 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗳𝗲7787, and the question goes, Hi Thiago, what does this phrase mean? It's my truth. So, it's my truth means it's what I believe in, all right? I think in that clip you are referring to from the lesson, Enid is talking about how she shares videos and she writes to her followers and she shares her truth. So her truth in this case is she talks about the things that she believes in, the things that she likes, all right? And finally, we have here a comment from Firestone623 from the same lesson. Hi there, Coach Thiago. I've been learning tons of grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and more. And to be honest, this is the best channel ever to learn English with. Thanks for helping me and tons of other people, teaching us everything that we need to improve our English skills. Oh yeah. Firestone, thank you so much for the wonderful comment. I really appreciate it. And there you have it, guys. Awesome, great job, you rock. You've made it until the end of the lesson. By the way, don't forget to like this video, share this video with a friend who's also learning English, and subscribe to the channel in case you're not subscribed yet. And if you want to keep learning English while having a ton of fun, check out this lesson next.
Perhaps if you did the same, your blog might be coherent. I read serial killer diaries with better punctuation.
I write in my voice. It's my truth. It's what my followers love.
Your followers are clearly imbeciles. They respond to your stories with insipid little pictures.
You mean emojis? It's how people express their feelings. You know, I realize that's a foreign concept to you.
When I look at you, the following emojis come to mind. Rope, shovel, hole.